What was the message at half time? Must have been good.
Oh, we just wanted the Broncos to run out the second half. The energy wasn't there, the commitment to each other wasn't there, so it was a good turnaround for us. And half time for me really couldn't come quick enough just to get them down and get them settled again, because they all do, they all know. It's just a matter of taking that moment to reset and then go again.
You did well to hold your nerve though, didn't you, Kev, given the deficit, to hang in there and then fight back?
I know. Look, these guys have been great this year, and I just knew that they weren't sort of playing at the level that they're capable of. And the Titans were playing some good footy. Let's not take anything too much away from them, but our guys just weren't in there physically. And we spoke about it at half time, and they, to their credit, they came out in the second half and started to play like the Broncos that we know they are.
Did you remember last year's comeback at all, Kev, when you came back 22-0 then?
No, I didn't. I just we weren't too much worried about the scoreboard. It's more what we needed to do as a team, particularly with our defence. We fixed that up, and then we were first to score in the second half, which give the guys a bit of confidence, and then they went on with it from there.
Is the last 24 hours of Payne asking for a release, did you think that had an effect to start?
No, I don't think so. We spoke about that today, before the game, and there's been a few distractions this week for the playing group, and I thought they came together beautifully in that second 40 after the week. And the news yesterday on Payne wouldn't have been great for them to hear it either, but they got around Payne, and it was a really good second half.
Just through your thoughts, Kev, how did you feel about it?
About the
Payne's request for release?
I was a bit, not so much disappointed, but a bit sort of, okay. But I'm really confident that we can sit down with Payne's management and sort something out. We're not going to obviously release him, and he's been a big part of our club for a few years now, and will be a big part, I believe, into the future.
Surely it's got to be, he was obviously aware that this release was going to come out the day before a crucial match. Surely you've got to have a chat to him about that kind of stuff leaking. That can't.
I think the players are pretty resilient these days, Dobbo, and they understand the business. It is a business in rugby league. So you're better off probably asking Cates about that, because for mine, I was just making sure that we stuck together, and all these distractions that happened this week didn't affect what was happening on the field. And first half it may have, but the second half they got their heads on and away they went.
Do you remember anyone booing a Broncos player in your time?
I think I got a few beers over the, not beers, a few boos. I think, everyone.
You've never been booed playing for the Broncos. I'm sorry.
I think you're in the crowd building me.
Maybe.
There you go. No,
in all seriousness, a Broncos never been booed before.
No, but DCE's come here before, playing for Queensland and got booed. So that's, it's...
We love our fans, they're passionate.
There you go, there's an answer for you.
How do you resolve this though? Because he wants to win in a season and under the cap.
Well, that's probably for another occasion, not tonight, Pete, but yeah.
It could drag on, there's every chance.
I don't think it'll drag on, so I don't believe that. But then I'm going to stay in my lane and just keep coaching Payne Haas, and I'll let our guys in that space look after that, which I'm sure they will.
What's the players' reaction to the news? And
We talk more about the 76 centimetre snapper I caught during the week than Payne Haas actually. So no, we weren't too worried about it at all. We obviously knew it was happening. Payne wrote us a message and said, boys, I'm fully committed to you guys. Let's go and get the win this weekend, and we done the job. So the boys got their mind on the job, and that's all we can ask.
How can he be fully committed when he wants to leave?
Mate, he's fully committed to the game, mate. Did you see his efforts tonight? You tell me if he's fully committed.
Yeah. Why do you think?
I don't know, Pete. It's happened in the last 24, 48 hours. So we'll sit down with Payne and his management, and we'll have a good discussion around it, mate.
But you must know, Kev. You must have some
I don't know,
understanding
mate. No,
why.
because all I've tried to do is get around and support Payne and making sure, because he's been a wonderful player for us. He's the best prop in the game, so we don't want to lose the best prop in the game. So we're happy to sit down and won't be me. It'll be Ben and Simon to sit down with him and his management team and sort something out.
Kev, you can have to shove, Kev. Are you willing to let him play reserve grade or not play at all?
I haven't even thought of that. And I can't see Payne Haas playing reserve grade.
Kevin, there's a good news story. I mean, you won 6 in a row in this last stint. The culture at the club has changed. clearly you guys are getting wins together. He's the best prop in the game. He's paid a lot of money. So what is wrong? What is wrong that you want to leave a club so proud as the
again,
Broncos?
Dobbo, that's what we'll have to get to the next couple of weeks. But
You've changed the culture, Kev.
He showed his commitment tonight to play and for this club. And Cope said
One thing about Payno, never let the boys down. He's trains hard and wears his heart on his sleeve and plays that hard every week. So
whilst he's got a Broncos jersey on, he'll continue to do that.
What about Kurt? How do you explain to the fans as a player? You guys are paid well. Payne's on $750,000.
Is he?
A lot of a lot more than, but a lot of fans would think he's being money hungry, given what they earn. The average Australian earns. What do you think of?
Yeah, well, you got to understand, taking into account we've got a pretty short career to make the money we can, and we don't know what's going to happen next week. We might go out there and have a neck injury or serious one, and that could be all she wrote. So, we're in a game where you've got to be passionate for your team and passionate for your club, but you've also got to see the business side of it too. So it's a fine balance, and obviously stuff comes up like this all the time. So I don't see why it's such a big fuss. And as a team and as a club, we'll keep moving forward and hopefully keep notching wins up. So,
Kevy, who are you expecting to have in Origin colours?
Yeah. Well, the bloke beside me is obviously will be there. We should get a few in. I think Selwyn Cobbo, probably Corey Oates is one that I think has played some good footy. And Pat Carrigan, Tom Flegler, all these guys have really put themselves in the frame. Tony Staggs and Payne, obviously, for that other side that from down south. But yeah, it's even nice to have these guys, speaking about Origin. This time last year, I think we had Payne and that was it basically.
What did you pencil going into the bye? At the start of the year, you obviously crystal balled going into the bye week. What was a pass mark for you on this side at the start of the year? And do you think you're ahead of where you want to be?
Well, no, I don't think we're ahead. We've got a lot of work in front of us, but I'm happy with. I sort of never crystal balled and said we'll need to be this many points, but I'm really happy with where we are with our points. But what's making me more happier is their commitment each week to each other about getting better, and that's what we said at the start. We want to be a better footy team, and we've made some progress, but we still got a long way to go. That first half tonight just wasn't what we expect from our guys. So that's something to address and get better at, and it's all about that. And that's what our senior leadership group have been really good, really strong this year in that space. So it's up to these guys, and they've been our best players each week in and week out. So they need to continue to do that.
Would you like to see Corey Oates get a recall for the Maroons? The way
definitely,
he's playing?
yeah. I love Oatesy. I love his energy, and he's been playing unreal. He's probably been one of our most consistent players all year. So some of the work he does, it's typical Origin footy, and he won't let you down.
If I can put my Queensland hat on, it's just great for Queensland that we've got Queensland clubs doing well again. Broncos are playing well. The Cowboys are playing well. This time last year, I don't think Queensland are in the same position that they are now with their players, their strength of their players. Cameron Munster last night, it was a Munster show. So it's great for Billy and all of his staff that he's got, that they've got some good headaches over the next few days to select that side.
Do you feel that vibe, like reflecting back on last year compared to now, about the options there are, and with Billy at the helmet there?
Yeah, I think you have a look around, there's a lot of Queensland players in some really good form, so I'm real confident going into the series, and I can't wait.
Like in Origin mode now, I guess you get...
I've been in Origin mode for a month, mate. I love it. I live for it. Can't wait.
Yeah, nice.
Did you crumble batter the fish?
Sorry?
Did you crumble batter the fish?
No, I gave it to another bloke that was fishing on the jetty with me. Yeah.
All right. You took a lot of distractions this week, but you come from behind with a 19-year-old halfback. Second week in a row, he's managed to get the win. Just tell us about the performance as remembered tonight.
I think he's done real. He's obviously knew they were going to throw a lot of attack at him, which they did. They kept coming at him with some big men, and he held his own. He never shies away from the hard work, and I thought he took the line on well when he did, and made a couple of line breaks. The energy he brought in the second half there, push support, He ended up getting his first try. So, I'm stoked for Ezra to be able to, lace the boots up again this week and get another win under his belt. So he's just keeping on improving.
Does that further build the belief, Kevy, that, say Adam Reynolds falls down going into a final series, you've got a bloke that's got 2 wins under his belt with the 7 on his belt?
Yeah, well, we expect to see a lot more of Ezra at this level. I was particularly happy with his defence, and he's got a great mentor beside him. The job they did on Dave Fafita, I know Dave scored a try there, but it's so brave, and that's what you have to be in the NRL. You've got to be brave, and he put his body on the line. Ezra did, into his legs, and I thought he did a great job there, and that builds confidence with your attack as well. But he's got a good mentor helping him.
Kevy, just getting back to the days of the baby Broncos, the amount of players you could have in the Queensland side, are you confident there's enough depth to step up and...
Oh, definitely. Well, there's a few guys that have really been knocking the door down looking for an opportunity, so that's what the next, 6 weeks or however long Origin goes for these days. It's about those guys getting their opportunities and and making sure that when they come into the side that they play well and pull their weight.